Oh yeah, also ascendancy time. We don't need malediction for this build. What we need is 8% maximum energy shield. I think I'm gonna go through every piece of gear for the 4 characters so that it's in like one place and people can look at it. After the project is done, full PoBs will be released of all characters. So this has been like a week-long project with some additional time spent planning and whooping stuff. This started out as something to spend the currency on that people who quit the league have given me, because I was already done with the league, and then people were like, but what are you gonna do with the currency? And then people were like, oh, I quit the league, here, take my full MF set or whatever. And then eventually that accumulated to 1,000, roughly 1,000 exalts of stuff that we eventually converted to currency, and then eventually converted into these gear sets. The goal was to break the 89,000 energy shield record in hideout, which was done in standard 2-player by Marcus and Findle. They had some legacy stuff for the Mana Guardian, which is pretty big, but there is synthesized stuff and there is new stuff like Mask of the Tribunal. Disclaimer, all of this can possibly be improved, but this is where we draw the line for the league. We might revisit it on standard when the league rolls over, but for now, for the league, this is gonna be it. So let's see what we have. We have a helm, which is probably our worst item in the energy shield gear set. With enough time and currency investment, this can easily be recrafted, but this base is really important. I did some testing before this whole project started, and it turns out that the % increased effective auras on you works with the Mana Guardian, so the Mana Guardian buff. So this helm base is insane. It can be recrafted to like 500 plus ES. Our ring, this is probably the worst ring of our 2 rings. Flat ES, int, max ES, and then crafted attributes, and then 16% energy shield from body armor. I think I bought this for 40x. The other ring, we mirrored, 10% ES, 6% int, max ES, 16% body armor ES. Decent ring. Show how much ES you get. Yeah, sure. Okay, so helm gives us 3k. Ring, another 600. Or maybe we should put on the body armor first. Yeah. Okay, other ring, 6.5k. I'm wearing 3 items. 6.5k ES. Let's put on the chest next, because that's gonna be pretty big. It's a mirror chest, 1000 ES, and most importantly, max 25% increased effective auras on you. That's huge once the Mana Guardian enters the fray. Ephemeral Edge, don't think there's a better ES. Weapon, 10 int, max draw, 50% ES, max draw. 18,000. Shield. Now this is actually the worst item of the entire set. It's incredibly hard to make something better because it's 40 to 80 on the percent roll and 40 to 80 on the flat roll. So this is a 1 in 1600 divine to make a perfect one. And even then you gain like 20 flat ES. The reason this is better is because, again, 20% increased effective auras on you. Works with the Mana Guardian buff, and our Mana Guardian is gonna buff a lot. Oh, we haven't casted Discipline yet, of course. So let's put on the shield. 19,000. Gloves, these are decent. You can make like 390 gloves, I think. There's one on League, but that guy like never logged in during this project, so we couldn't get better. I think we bought this for like 50x-ish. 22,000. Boots. These I mirrored last night off stream. I tweeted we had these boots. We bought these for like 45x or 50x or something. But then we mirrored these. They're pretty good. 445 and 5% int and int craft. So let's put these on. 26,000. We have a nice belt. This was like 25 flat ES worse than the one that I could have mirrored. We just actually ran out of currency and decided to mirror other stuff that would be bigger increase. Let's put on the belt. Talisman. I think the belt we got for 40x? 30x? Something like that. Talisman. Well, this talisman is like one of a kind. Doesn't exist anywhere. Oh, sorry. Yes, with the belt. 29,000 almost. This talisman I bought for 150 exalts. Because there's nothing like this ever in League. And yeah, actually disgusting. Put it on for the 32,300 ES. And finally, we have a Watcher's Eye with 6% ES and 18% of maximum mana gained as maximum energy shield while affected by clarity. So we'll have to be affected by clarity for this to work. And now let's look at support gear. So our aura support will have, you know, full aura tree and a 60% discipline belt, 20% discipline ring, 20% discipline ring, 20% discipline amulet, and a +6 prism guardian. This shield has been landed to me by a person who doesn't care, just wants to help a project. Things like this are 200x on standard, but they're like offline for months, so you can probably sell it for like 100 or something, 100x. It has a 21 Vol discipline in it, because it has to be a Vol discipline for the duration gem to work, the duration gem implicit. So this is going to be a level 30 Vol discipline, supported by a level 23 generosity. So this is one of the characters. The other character is a Mana Guardian, which gear we spent a day and a half crafting. 200 max mana roll, memory vault helm. We couldn't improve this shield. This is pathetic. This shield, this can be very easily improved, but we ran out of time. And this is already better than this chest. This is 150 flat mana, max roll on the Cloak of Defiance. But this chest is a synthesized base, 20 int, 24 mana, 30 int, 56 mana, abyssal socket, and then the jewel inside has 50 mana and 10 strength, 10 int. Strength is equal to int in the Mana Guardian build because we're going to be using a Shaper's Touch, which gives us 2 mana per 4 strength. So pretty much an int is equal to a strength. Weapons, 40 strength, 50 int, abyssal socket, T1 max mana. Synthesized abyssal jewel in it, max mana, strength int. Other weapon, strength int, T2 max mana. No, it's T1. This could be divine, +1 mana. And abyssal socket, 50 mana, 8 strength, 8 int. This could also be divine for +2 stats. Rings. Now these rings, you can only get these rings if you find them with unveiled mods on them, or veiled mods on them, and then you unveil them. So this is 78 mana, 50 int, 25 mana base, and then it rolled a veiled mod, and you unveil it, and it rolls the mana life hybrid. Other ring, this is actually insane. This is disgusting. There's a similar ring to this without the all attributes, selling for 8x, but the guy never responded. I messaged him multiple times over multiple days. I could have bought another one of these, but yeah, 50 strength, 50 int, 71 mana, and veiled mod. And it's not even a PoE base, so you could definitely get better rings than this. But it's the best that we could find in a few days. At Series Foible, 24% max roll, 6% int corruption. Upgrade would be 6% int, 6% strength corruption. There is 1 or 2 on the league offline, they never logged in. And we tried to corrupt this ourselves. I have personally bought probably 30 max roll the Series Foibles, every single one that people would sell me. I couldn't corrupt it myself. Belt, Darkness Enthroned. This is incredibly weird to me that this is the best belt choice for us, but it is. Somehow, some way, with two of our best abyssal sockets, this is the best choice apparently for Mana Guardian. +5 mana, 49 mana, +10 strength, +10 int jewels, +5 mana, +15 int, 48 mana, +10 strength, jewels in it, and then yeah, 50% increased effects. This gear goes on red, the Mana Guardian. He's level 100. His tree is entirely spec'd for this project. And then we have the strength support, which is pretty interesting. It's a Mask of the Tribunal build. It's based on this item. Nearby allies have 6% increased defenses per every 100 strength you have. This strength support character has 4,800 strength, and he achieves this by the entire tree focusing on this and then equipping this gear set. You can push it to 5,000 plus strength, but you need to level to 96 only, actually. 96 you can push 5,000 strength with this gear set. So we have Mask of the Tribunal, we have 9 perfect rerolled bronze, 6% strength on each. We have Inertia, 2 of these. We have 1 efficient training.
Hello.
We have 2 Might of the Meeks. We have Alberon's Warpath, 18% strength. The gloves are actually really sick. These were incredibly hard to craft. I think I spent over 60x on them. And I mean, you look at it, it's a garbage gloves, but I mean, we spent 60x making them. Not because of the base, but because of the craft. That was insanely hard. I had to annul, slam, you know, fossil craft over and over again until we actually hit the strength draw and an open suffix for the craft. And then we put 5 strength, 16 strength, 10 strength jewel in it. Belt, 35 strength, 60 strength, 12% attributes, 17 strength craft. Chest, 55 strength, 12% strength, 6% all attributes. A godly, perfectly fossil crafted synthesized chest can beat this. Rings, 6% strength, 8 all attributes, 58 strength, 17 strength. How are we gonna deal? Okay, yeah, to address this, we're not gonna do anything with these builds. We're just gonna equip the gear, stand next to each other, and then log out, come back next lane. Amulet is a 63%, or sorry, it's doubled, so it's 128% Eyes of the Great Wolf, and then you can double that for the implicit modifier. We bought this for like, I think 30x, 20 to 30x, something like that. Weapons, 12 all attributes, 20 strength, 55 strength, 13 all attributes. And I realized one thing, someone needs to craft percent mana on this for red for this to be better than Cloak of Defiance. I completely forgot. We forgot to craft on this chest. Wow. 8% mana. Beautiful. It's time, log in red. I have your gear. How much int
Can
do
you
have?
believe I still have
483.
135 intelligence?
So
How?
smart with all those bronze. How?
Yeah, how? Really?
Wait, what's the jump? Yeah, okay, you wanna click something? I saw it. Yeah,
Next
my
time
ES
we got
jumped
this one.
10k from just the strength support.
Alright, I'm ready.
Anybody who uses
Alright.
Retarios is just generous.
Turn on the buffs, red. 128,338
Discipline
ES.
on. Hold on.
You don't have discipline?
Wait.
No, I didn't.
It's in guild /1.
Okay, 142,469 ES.
I didn't even turn it on.
I don't have discipline.
Everyone's like 128. Holy shit! I turned on
Jesus.
discipline. It's like 142.
Okay, that's
Is this build
What level is your discipline, Snap?
it's 21.
21.
It's 21 and Vol discipline because it has to be because of the duration. Yeah.
It's plus 6 plus it's 30. It's a
Oh
level
my
30
God.
discipline. You think we can
Oh,
kill
I'm
him?
taking damage.
Can you
No,
kill-
I can. I'm not doing any damage.
We're all playing Quinn builds.
I'm half HP already.
He's casting flame blast. Watch
Are
out.
we doing
Ah.
damage?
I need some healing. I need some healing.
It's almost like he's invulnerable,
Heal. Okay, healed up.
and we need to unleash him or something.
Yeah, it's probably some strategy that we have to do. Maybe kite the ads to the side so the melee can focus on the boss in the middle.
Yeah, you need
Yeah.
to leash him in this map, you realize that.
Yes.
I died.
Not strong enough. Alright, TP out. I don't have a TP on me.
This is our 300
don't have a
and you
TP.
wipe into the first phase.
Yeah, just force the vibe and we.
Perfect.
Yeah. I mean, we got this far already. Like, we can just do better strategy.
I feel
I'm
like
going to
we're
figure out
method
what to
killing the
do.
fucking WoW bosses. Like wiping.
1kx for this shit. Exactly. We did it. Alright, thank you guys for logging in. Thank you for being part of this. Well, yeah, so I have to go through some names here. So first of all, I would like to thank everyone from the community who helped with the project. That includes everyone who logged in to sell me strength essences, fossils because the market was completely empty, everyone who helped me craft stuff that I didn't have, especially Nipples Winter Orb. Thank you for the great help from the theory crafting minds of our generation. Marcus, Holden, Omni, Snap, Red, Hobbit, and I'm probably forgetting people. And in general, Twitch chat, spamming spamming wrong advice most of the time, but sometimes being correct, and in those cases, improving our results. And that has been the final project for the league. We'll keep this gear and maybe log back on standard to see if we can improve stuff eventually. Maybe between the two leagues we can meme something. But that's gonna be it for Synthesis League. It wasn't the best league, but it was the worst so far from the ones that I played, which is not a lot, admittedly, only like 8 or whatever, how many leagues. I started in Breach properly. But that's gonna be it for, for Synthesis. So next up for stream is gonna be a lot of Sea of Thieves. So 2 days from now, the new Sea of Thieves expansion, the arena, will come out, and we'll be playing a lot of that with Zaraki, Diablo, the old crew, Hums, Woody, Slatty. Other games that may or may not show up on stream in the next few weeks are Astroneer, Outward, Dauntless, Pagan Online when they come out with multiplayer again, Satisfactory if they come out with the train update. Yeah, possibly Auto Chess, possibly Warcraft 3 customs with viewers. So thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you for the follows, thank you for the subs. Hope you enjoyed the project. I certainly did.